Ready. Very good. Welcome everybody to this meeting. I'm just going to read a little notice here.
Hang on. Okay.
Oh, hello.
I'm having trouble hearing you, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, quiet.
Is that better?
Speak nice and loudly, Heather.
Good evening everybody. Is that better?
Hang on.
Due to the COVID-19 restrictions regarding gatherings and the need to comply with social distancing measures, all council meetings are being held at the Holbrook Library complex until further notice. Some councillors and staff will be at the complex itself, others will be attending the meeting by Zoom. Residents will not be able to attend meetings in person. Council live stream meetings so that the public may view the proceedings of the meeting in real time or later.
Can't hear.
Can't hear?
It's not coming out of my speaker, I don't think, David.
You're not on mute on your thing, are you?
No.
I can't do anything. No, it's not.
I think maybe Heather's going to have to sit down here and read so that it picks up on the microphone. It's because it's not coming out of that speaker. Turn yours
This one.
off. Turn yours off. Try now, Heather.
Is that working now? That's better? Ah, thank goodness. Should I repeat what I've just said? All right, we're starting again.
Well, you should be able to hear Heather.
Can,
Hang on. Okay, try that.
okay, 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the this extraordinary meeting of Greater Hume Council. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions regarding gatherings and the need to comply with social distancing measures, all council meetings are being held at the Holbrook Library complex until further notice. Some councillors and staff will be at the complex itself and others will be attending the meeting via Zoom. Residents will not be able to attend meetings in person. Council live streams meetings so that the public may view the proceedings of the meeting in real time or later to suit. In accordance with Council's Code of Meeting Practice, this meeting is being recorded and will be placed on Council's webpage for public information. All present today are reminded that by speaking you are agreeing to your view and comments being recorded and published. You are also reminded that if or when speaking, you are to be respectful to others and use appropriate language. Greater Hume Council accepts no liability for any defamatory or offensive remarks or gestures during this council meeting. I declare the meeting open and I invite Councillor Shulg to lead us in prayer. Thank you, Councillor Shulg.
Clear thinking and sincere heart as we approach the business matters we will be discussing shortly. We ask for your blessings upon this meeting, each participant and the work and people they represent. Amen.
Thank you, Councillor Shulg. Acknowledgement of country. I would like to acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional lands of the Wiradjuri people and I pay my respect to elders past and present. Item number 4, I don't think there are any apologies or applications for leave of absence by councillors. No. Any disclosures of interests by councillors? Thank you. No. No mayoral minutes. Notice of motion? No. Report from officer. For determination, corporate and community services. Thank you. Mr. Smith?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Look, I might just make one comment on this. As you know, we had a workshop last Wednesday night to talk through issues in relation to the budget, and I made mention then that our estimates at that point in time hinged on an assumption that we were making regarding the emergency services levy. And that we were basing the numbers on our interpretation of the press release, which stated that the New South Wales Government would be funding the increase in the emergency services levy for the 2021 year. Now that we have some further fine print, unfortunately, that's not necessarily what's going to happen. And in fact, the cost of the emergency services levy for Grady Hume Council in 2020-21 will be approximately $78,000 more than what we paid this year, which leaves us with another budget issue. So, taking that into account, our budget will be have a negative impact of $68,500 because we had built in some indexation into the budget for emergency services. Having said that, given the uncertainty surrounding lots of issues at the moment and lots of budget areas, I'm suggesting and recommending that we put the budget on display as it is, pending adjustments to the budget on emergency services and potentially other matters to be made at the June meeting when it's adopted. I just think that if we change it now, there's a possibility that, you know, tomorrow, Monday, whenever, something else will come along and we'll need to change it again. I just think we need to draw a line in the sand and say it is what it is at this point in time, and make whatever known adjustments to the budget at the June meeting. I will be bringing a full report on the emergency services levy back to the May meeting for councillors' information, and it will be a recommendation there in relation to correspondence that we are going to send to the New South Wales Government around this issue, because I, for one, and the General Manager will back this up, I, for one, are very, very disappointed with the language that they've used. And even as late as Monday afternoon, the Office of Local Government were putting out information saying that regarding the emergency services levy, and again using the words fully funding. The New South Wales Government will fully fund, their words, the increase in the emergency services levy. And that is just not the case. As I said, the cost year on year for us is going up $79,000. That's just the fact of the matter.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder to that recommendation? Councillor Meyer, thank you. Do you wish to speak, Councillor Knight?
No, I believe we've discussed this fully.
Thank you. Any councillors who would like to make a comment for or against? Thank you. Councillor Quinn.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I certainly support the recommendation moved by Councillor Osborne. I think that the staff and the council have gone out of their way to produce a budget that had, up till the last bit of news, showed a surplus of $37,000. We've been very prudent going through everything and putting things aside where we could. And I think it's a very conservative attitude we've adopted, but we don't know what forest fires are down the track. And
Councillor Quinn, I believe some people are having difficulty hearing you.
we don't know what difficulties we'll face down the track, so I think we adopt the conservative approach at present, and time will tell which way we've got to go.
Thanks, Councillor Quinn. Other councillors who would like to make a comment? For or against? I'm happy to take either. No? No further comment? Prepared to vote? All those in favour, please raise your hand if you can. Against? That's been carried. Thank you. Thank you very much, councillors. That concludes our meeting. Good evening to you all.